then actually when you're doing the switch up, once we get double up and press R1 and hold it, the guy will actually grab onto the side. As long as you're holding on, as long as you're holding R1, so if I let go, you die. Yeah, you fall off. Don't let that happen. Alright, so now that you got the window, jump up right over there. Use the right stick to aim the gun. So again, it doesn't press it up to your body, press R1 to actually power. Alright, so that's going to power up. And that's going to introduce our next playable character, Odd Sock.
Odd Sock? Hi, Odd Sock.
Hi. Odd Sock is fast and agile. Odd Sock can walk up to the highway. Press circle, you'll get out of that. Alright, so Odd Sock speed. He's going to run on that wheel. He's going to power it up. And it's going to introduce our next playable character. Toggle! So while Toggle is moving, Toggle can move heavy objects around for us.
I think he's taking big quality around.
So press hold on. That's another ability. Toggle becomes small by pressing L1. This allows Toggle to move just around Toggle. So it looks like we need to move this down. So we're going to use Toggle here. So press L1 and grab it. Now press L1 to grab that. That block down. And now we're in our next new playable character, Swoop. So Swoop can fly around and grab up objects or other players and move them around. I like it really. You can't eat the stories with me. How do I So we need to activate this vacuum cylinder. Someone put the switch all the way down there and it's really weird spot between our back here. But then when it's
14, and I'm Clint, I'm with PlayStation. Thank you everyone for joining us. We have a very special guest. Oh, you're waving to the crowd, and you are Tomas with CI Games. You're the executive producer on Lords of the Fallen, which we have up here, which is an awesome gothic RPG coming to PS4
This fall.
this fall.
Yep.
Thank you. I'm glad you're on your game because I wouldn't have asked that. So thanks for coming by, man.
Thanks for having me.
You are also, you're driving the demo, you're also talking to me. We have a little lag on this monitor down here, so
A little bit.
if you die, we
Like, as if this game was not challenging enough, we had a 2-second lag.
So why don't you just give us, like, in a nutshell, what Lords of the Fallen is?
Of course, Lords of the Fallen is an action RPG, so we tried to combine a game that has interesting and compelling storyline, characters, world, the lore, the background, together with a game that primarily is focused around combat and about challenge, about mechanics and tactical, strategical combat. And this part of the game is going to be most important and a prominent one. So generally it's a game about overcoming the challenge, about the most important goal for us as a dev team is to create a game that gives every player the satisfaction, the feeling of reward. It's a very addictive feeling, and we're up to that one.
So do you want to just give us background on the actual story itself? Like,
Yeah, sure.
Maybe about the hero arc.
Yeah, it's actually the story that the game doesn't base off of any franchise, so we pretty much made it up ourselves. So
This is a creative vision of you alone.
No, not only. No. There's a whole dev team behind it. We created a legend that drives everything that happens in the world of Lords of the Fallen. A couple thousand years ago, people had to fight. They fought, and they have defeated their god. It was a very bad god, but they did it. The god and his demonic army. Quite an achievement, or a trophy, I should say. And They have defeated God, and because of that, they believe they can do very, very epic and spectacular things. For example, people started believing that they can wipe evil completely out of human nature. Now, whether that's reasonable or not, we're not going to argue here, but that's a fantasy world, and it's very important because that assumption is what drives a lot of things that happen in the world towards falling. And they even came up with a codex of the worst sins and things that people can do, and they don't want to kill people who are getting caught doing that. That's evil. They don't want to do it. So instead, they mark them with tattoos across the face, and they become outcasts for the entire lifetime. And here's the interesting part. When the game starts, the demons are back. Nobody knows why, but I don't want to spoil it for you, but the demons are back.
Let's discuss the entire plot for all our viewers.
And it's only natural for humans, as I've described them to you, to think, okay, we don't want to fight demons. They're bad guys. They're evil guys. We don't want to do it. Let's choose the worst, the most evil of us, and face them against these guys. And there's the moment where our hero, Larkin, steps in. He's a guy who's committed the most deadly, the most lethal sins of the ones that the humanity have sort of written down in the codex. And so I don't want to lie to anybody. He's not a good person.
He's a bad person.
He is a bad person. But what is important about it, he's capable, he's predestined to face the threat and the demonic army that's up ahead of him. So they just think, let's face evil with evil. And this is where the game starts. And this is what we're playing.